Jason Hawes has officially updated everyone on his stance on the Conjuring house drama. He's uploaded this video recently in which it is just simply titled Conjuring House Update, It's Our Fault. Now, from what I've gathered, this is in reference to the article that came out in the Rhode Island something or other. I can't remember. It was basically a newspaper that Jacqueline Nunes spoke to the other day. And I covered it on the channel already, but I wanted to cover this because obviously Jason Hawes is at the center of this controversy, and she accused, without dropping names, him of trying to strong arm the Conjuring house off of her, and I wanted to see what his response was. Let's take a little look at it together.
Hey everybody, Jason Hawes here. So I wanted to give an update on what's been going on with the Conjuring house drama. I've tried to not really say much, just let it go. Some people have been asking, but also some people have been sending me messages thinking that we're trying to force the owner into a hospital so we can take control of the Conjuring house, like there's some hidden plan there.
Obviously, that's what was said within this article that Jason does go through. The article came out last week, and I think the reason for Jason's response, I haven't spoken to Jason about it, but from what I gather, the reason for his response is because people are messaging him, getting the wrong impressions. So he's like, look, once again, I'll make a video and I will set their record straight for everyone.
And right off, I want to say there's no hidden plan there. Yes, she did talk to the Providence Journal, which is a Rhode Island-based paper that's been active for many, many years. And she has been admitted to the hospital a couple different times. I guess the police have shown up numerous times, healthcare workers have shown up, and it's had nothing to do with us pushing this on her. I think it's more been from people who've had firsthand dealings recently with her.
Now, I won't lie, when I first saw the article and I heard about the police intervention and, the care workers intervention, I did assume that it was people from kind of Jason's camp or Cody and Satori's camp or, Brian Dantero's camp who had spearheaded this. Not, again, to strong-arm the Conjuring house and to try and get control of it, because I don't think that's what they care for anymore, but to actually seek support for this person being Jacqueline Nunes,
as well as possibly some employees of the house and others. But I have been getting messages, people thinking that there's some plot going on to steal the Conjuring house. First off, I want to make it 100% clear, I don't want the Conjuring house. And especially at this time, I would not want the Conjuring house. So
I don't blame him. I don't think anyone would want the Conjuring house. I'm still surprised that Matt Rife and Elton Casti are interested in the Conjuring house, because at this point, the business aspect of it, obviously you've got to see it from two sides. The love of the paranormal and the Conjuring house, and then the business aspect of it, which probably outweighs. But at the same time, I don't think either of those things are valuable anymore. Like, the Conjuring house's value is not there because of the now reputation of it after, what are we on now, 6 to 8 weeks worth of drama. It's just chaos.
But come to find out, most of these claims came from a Providence Journal article, also known as Projo, Rhode Island-based paper. And I want to show them. These are direct communications that Jacqueline has had with this paper, also text messages and so forth that she's sent to the newspaper. She has still been reaching out. Even though we have the no contact order, no trespass order, I have received text messages.
I'm not surprised at all. I dread to even think what the context of the text messages even are, because at this point, the last round were pretty bad, and obviously there was the whole situation with Cody, Satori, Brian, and all that lot receiving PayPal, like 3 cents, 1 cent, $5, with some horrific messages as well. It doesn't surprise me that a no contact order hasn't stopped contact.
Others have received messages from her, and they come in form of, sending 3 cents through PayPal just so she can send him a vile message, or sending me messages from, blocked number, and which is easy to do. I mean, all you got to do is create a Google phone number and go from there, and you can keep on harassing somebody. So
That's insane. I didn't even know that that was a thing. I thought if someone blocked your number, that was it. GG, no re. But Jacqueline, if there's one thing I've learned about Jacqueline, and I will give her credit for, it's her ability to think outside the box with these things. Like, no does not mean no to Jacqueline. Do you know what I mean? Like, she is a very much an outside the box thinker when it comes to this kind of stuff, and you gotta respect the grind.
that list goes on and on. But anyways, I want to show these messages, and you guys can go from there, all right? So, the Providence Journal. Nunes, who told the Providence Journal the former employees had stolen from her. Now, this was an article that just recently came out. Says she has twice been committed to a hospital psychiatric ward, part of a move, according to her, to wrest control of the house, which draws crowds as a haunted tourist attraction. Meanwhile, you've got comedian Matt Rife, who bought a house in Rhode Island. I guess him and Elton Castille said that they wanted to purchase it. We'll get into her response to that anyways. So this is where she's claiming that people are having her admitted in hopes of stealing the property. And I think some of the people who've reached out to me really need to understand that that's not true. I have no plans to take the property. None of us do.
I mean, it's worth remembering as well that Jason, before it was sold to Jacqueline, was actually kind of offered first refusals, from what I've kind of gathered from Corey and Jen. Before they sold it to Jacqueline, you know, and even then, when it was like the Conjuring House was probably at its peak, Jason said no, he doesn't want it. So I don't think that sentiment's changed at all. I don't think Jason wants the Conjuring House. If he wanted it, he can get it legitimately, I'm sure. But I don't think he wants it.
I know Brian, who was fired because John Arnold told her to fire him.
Crazy.
It has filed charges against her and is suing her in court.
Yep.
She owes him $9,000 in back pay, and I know he's also looking for some damages.
He's looking for $21,000 in damages, from what I've heard in the article. So I think it's a neat $30,000 package,
which is totally understandable. I mean, the guy left a perfectly good job to come work for Jacqueline, and then dealt with all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there might be some other lawsuits being brought by other employees as well. At this point, I haven't decided one way or another if I want to file a lawsuit against her for slander and as well as some other things. I mean, she did accuse me of attempted murder plots.
I'm not being funny, but if Jason took a defamation case to court, he would absolutely, he would win hands down. There's no denying it. He would, she wouldn't be able to worm her way out of that. She did
accuse me of numerous other things, but I'm just looking for her to get better, and that's all I care about, is for her to get better. But anyway, so this is the first article that came out. Okay, so second part of that was Nunes told the Providence Journal in an interview at her house on July 29th that 2 Burrillville police officers, accompanied by 2 mental health workers, had forced her to go to Landmark Medical Center, where she was kept overnight for psychological evaluations before being released.
Wow. On
September 3rd, she texted a Journal reporter, "Burrillville got me committed again." She said she was being held at Our Lady of Fatima Hospital, which is a hospital here in Rhode Island.
Now, many people said in my comments section, I can't remember which hospital specifically, that I think it was the Fatima Hospital, that there wasn't actually a psych ward at that hospital. So I don't know. I mean, I don't live there. I don't know. It's just people from Rhode Island commented on it saying that was the case. Don't shoot the messenger, guys, but that's what was said.
Burrillville Police Chief Colonel Stephen Lynch declined to discuss the specifics of what is happening at the house, except to say, regarding the incident earlier this month, we responded with a healthcare agency and we had a standby role. He declined to say whether the visit was concerning her, but I think it's pretty self-explanatory at this time. All right, yeah. So it went on to say, on Tuesday, Nunes left a voicemail with a Journal reporter saying she didn't expect to be released until Thursday at the earliest, if ever. She has said the psychiatric commitment is a move by former employees of the Conjuring House to gain control of the property from her. That is 100% untrue, as well as most of the statements I think pretty much all the statements that she's made. Nobody's trying to take control of this property. People have been trying to get her to seek help. We can't force her into help. We've been trying to get her to seek help for issues that she's been dealing with. And I think that one of the best things is that Facebook removed her page. Now, they didn't do that because of us. I think they did that because of the endless people constantly reporting on the threats and the crazy messages, and then the whole thing with Elizabeth Hurley, how supposedly Elizabeth Hurley had reached out to Jacqueline psychically and sent her this message. So people really started to feel threatened. So Facebook removed their access to her page. And one of the messages Jacqueline sent me just a few days back was asking for my help to get her Facebook page back. Now,
That's not real. That's not real. There is no way. Hang on. Jacqueline Nunes, after everything she's accused Jason Hawes of, right? Assassination attempts, trying to steal the business from her, trying to get her admitted wrongfully and all the rest of it. And she has the cheek to reach out to Jason Hawes to ask him to help her get her Facebook page back. What? I mean, you gotta respect it. It's a ballsy move after everything that she's accused him of to be like, oh, by the way, there's probably, I can imagine the text thread being like an abusive message, strong letter to follow kind of thing. Hi, Jason, can you help me get my Facebook page back? But fuck you for all this, that, and the other and trying to assassinate me, you motherfucker. What the fuck? The audacity. Right. I mean, Jason's face there sums it up. That's the face I would pull if I got that text from Jacqueline Nunes after everything that she had accused him of.
Not responding. I'm not doing anything. Just letting it go. And then wanted me to post something about, I don't even know. I think it was something to do with human trafficking and Facebook. But
again, she's going after Mark Zuckerberg for allegedly human trafficking through Facebook or something. Like, what?
I just deleted the message and moved on. So, of course, I did save it for possible legal ramifications. But anyways, so she was claiming
I'm not ready to move on from that. Imagine everything that you've accused this man of, and then suddenly you're like, go cap in hand, tail between your legs. Can you help me get my Facebook page back, please? No, man.
Wasn't sure if she was ever going to be released, but she has been. Just so we all know, she has been released.
Right.
All right. She went on, and the Conjuring house owner's response to offer to buy, she says she's never going to sell it, and I think we all knew that. So, good luck, Matt. I don't know you personally, but good luck to you on that one. I think there's some issues when it comes down to it. I know that there's some people who are doing events there, and I'm not going to hold it against those people. I wouldn't do an event there for multiple reasons. First off, I wouldn't do an event because I'd have to worry about the safety of anybody I brought into that property. I wouldn't do an event because I'd be financially helping the owner who has been financially hurting her past staff. And I have too much respect for the people, whether they're my family members or people I know of. I just couldn't do it because I would feel like I was stabbing those people in the back.
Fair.
But mainly, of course, people's safety. I think that's the first. Now, I know some people have said, well, I've always had a good relationship with the owner. Well, okay, but that was also prior to her screwing everybody that she screwed or that she's attacked. So
yeah, that's a fair point. He makes a really good point.
So I guess to each their own on that, but I don't think it's a smart idea by any means. I think you're endangering yourself and others by having an event there. You're also enabling when it comes down to it. So I stand firm on the fact of boycotting the Conjuring house. Boycott the Conjuring house. And I always will, because you know what? There's no way I'm ever going to support that person or even step foot on that property while that person is there and while that person has been doing the things that they've done to so many people out there. So I just wanted to make it known, make a video. This video isn't to sit there and get views or, to draw major attention, but this video is to let everybody know, because I have received these messages where people have truly been accusing me of trying to get her committed so I could take control of the house.
I think that's actually bonkers that, like, it's bonkers that people genuinely believe that from this article, Like, obviously there's no smoke without fire, and the fire came from the Providence Journal making this article and then publishing it, and then people being like, wow, Jason, what a dick, he's trying to steal it from Jacqueline, and poor Jacqueline, all the rest of it. Like, if you, like, I completely agree, right? Jacqueline is clearly not well. And I can't diagnose her because I'm not professionally trained to. But I think, it's clear to see. But at the same time, if anyone is believing a word that comes out of Jacqueline Nunes' mouth right now, I think, that there's got to be an element of, what the fuck are you doing? Like, and why go after Jason Hawes, or like point the finger at him for trying to steal the Conjuring. If he wanted the Conjuring house, he'd probably have it by now, if that was his end goal, but I don't know.
And that's just wrong. I mean, look at everything that's gone on. Look at everything that's been said and done, posted, claims that have been made about people, and that list goes on and on. So all we want is for Miss Nunes to get the help she needs and take care of herself, take care of that property, not hurt anybody else. That's it, bottom line.
Fair.
Hopefully this will be the last update I ever have to make. Hopefully this is the last thing I ever have to say about
It won't be. I strongly feel that it won't be.
this. I highly doubt it, but we'll see. But that is the Conjuring House drama, chaos, whatever the hell you want to call it, update for September. So I wish you all...
Bro's just doing monthly roundups at this point. He's like, oh, there you go. There's what went on in September. There's what happened in August. Can't wait for October's. I wonder what's going to happen in October. Obviously, October being Halloween month and, spooky month. It must be a very busy time for Jacqueline Nunes and for the Conjuring House. So I wonder how that's going to pan out this year. And I wonder if, everything that's gone on, whether it's supported the Conjuring House in any way or if it's hindered the Conjuring House. I don't know. I'm curious to find that out. But what do you guys think of this? Obviously, I wanted to hear Jason Hawes' POV on all of this and share my POV on Jason's POV, and together we can have a POV. But yeah, what do you think? Let me know your thoughts and opinions. Let me know your POV down in the comments below. While you're down there, be sure to jump together, hell out that like button if you have not already. And until next time, I'll speak to you later. Peace.